Okay, we've moved ourselves over to another location where we have direct sunlight, but we're using it behind the model to create our separation against her. We have two issues to deal with. The light that's reaching her, we're going to want that to be actually overexposed because that's going to be our edge light or our separator light. We also have the light that's going to be reaching the shadow side of the foliage behind her. So, metering this setting, we have f11.8 at 2/50th of a second. So my target exposure is going to be around f8 to f8.5 with my artificial light source. So using the 18-inch light modifier at a distinct angle of almost 40 degrees off camera, we're going to have then dimensional light reaching our model, and then we're going to have the edge light provided by Mother Nature. Now, by using this size light source, we already have a nice transition of shadow to highlight. But at the same time, I would generally prefer when I have one light source, and particularly when the one light source is so far away from the model, to be able to use a larger light source, like this PhotoFlex 3-foot OctiBank. By maintaining the OctiBank, we'll keep the round reflections in their eyes, but in this case, this is an OctiBank that is called a multi-dome with silver, white, or gold inserts, and I've chosen to use the gold inserts today. So again, we'll see a notable warmer color temperature than the typical flash color temperature. So in these images here, we see not only a warmer illumination, but also we can tell the difference between the 18-inch and 3-foot light box by the transition of highlight to shadow across her face and across her body. Now, when we move the model down here onto the sand, we can maintain the same power settings by just keeping the flash the same distance away from the models. This could be done with a string or by walking it off or even by eyeball, because as you keep your light source further from your model, then you have more ability to adjust small adjustments without making a big difference. Versus if you had your light source very close to the model, for example, only 3 feet away, the difference of 6 inches would make a significant difference, maybe even more than half of an f-stop. Now, we're still using the OctiDome for the nice warm light, and we make a few adjustments here for our shutter speed and our f-stop, basically to add or subtract the ambient light from the picture. You can see the difference here. It's not for me to tell you which is better, if you'd like a high key shot or a low key shot. You simply can control that with the shutter speed in your camera.